Well, we weren't supposed to be live just yet, because I don't have any of my stuff. Hit the button again. Sorry, guys. So, yes, as the title says, um, hackers had hacked into the water supply municipal station there in Oldsmar, Florida, and had attempted to poison the water. Give me a second while I get all this information up, guys. I accidentally mashed a button when I was trying to set my phone up in the tripod there, so I apologize for that. Let me pull up the article here. Basically, they had hacked in. WV, good to see you. They had hacked in, and the computer started acting funny, and one of the operators noticed that the computer was acting funny and didn't pay much mind to it. 5.5 hours later, they noticed that the computer was accessing all kind of different programs when they were able to figure out that they were being hacked. Let me get the article here. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I wasn't prepared. Sweet tea, good morning. All right. So, this is a 4-hour-old article. Unfortunately, I just happened to be awake and saw what was going on. WV, what are you doing up this hour? I just happened to wake and check my newsfeed. Okay, guys, so here's the article. Someone tried to poison a Florida city by hacking into water treatment system. Sheriff says a hacker gained access into the water treatment system of Oldsmar, Florida. I misspelled that. It's Oldsmar, not Oldsman. On Friday and tried to increase the water levels of sodium hydroxide, commonly referred to as lye, in the city's water, officials said, putting thousands at risk of being poisoning. The incident took place Friday when an operator noticed the intrusion and watched the hacker access the system remotely. The hacker adjusted the levels of sodium hydroxide to more than 100 times its normal levels. Normal levels is roughly 100, and early reports I did see from the other article was like 11,100. So that was more than just 100 times, because that'd be 10,000, right? All right, 100 times more its normal levels, according to Pinellas County Sheriff Bob, whatever his last name is. The operator immediately reduced the level back. At no time was there a significant adverse effect to the city's water supply, and the public was never in danger. Now, they just said that, right? Well, let me pull up a different article for you, because the other article I read, it was 5 hours before they even noticed this stuff was even going on. Let me get it up here. All right. Well, we'll say this much. Symptoms of sodium hydroxide poisoning includes breathing difficulties, lung inflammation, throat swelling, burning of the esophagus and stomach. Sorry, I'm still got sleep in my eyes. Severe abdominal pain, vision loss, and low blood pressure. Long-term effects of poison depends on how fast the poison was diluted and neutralized in the system. Damage of the esophagus and stomach can continue to occur for several weeks after poison was swallowed. Death can occur as long as a month later. Oldsmar, a city made up of 15,000 people in Pinellas, Pinellas, Pinellas County, is about 17 miles west of Tampa. So this just goes back and to show you about cyber hacks. It's a real legit thing. Let me get back in here. This beginning of this happening, hence I'm getting a well dug, 90-gram spring, 200 feet deep. Yeah, having your own well is definitely a smart move. Definitely WV. Let me see if I can find that other article here. I don't want you to just take my word for it, but I read earlier that it was 5 hours of this stuff going on before they're able to shut it down. And then, of course, now they say, oh, there was no threat to anybody. That's the same article. Now, we've already talked about cyber hacks on our power grid. Here it is on water. Our reservoirs and stuff, they're not secure. Some don't even have a fence around them. So, back with 9/11, there was a lot of threats and assessments being done about our water reservoir, how easy it would be to poison these things. All right, let me see if I can find the right article here for you guys. Actually, where they were talking about how long it took to, from the Miami Herald. There were several safeguards in place to prevent contaminated water from entering the water supply, and they've disabled the remote access system used in the attack. So it was a remote hack. They got in. Nobody has been arrested. Well, of course no one's been arrested. You think they'll be able to track that? All right. Okay, here we are. A plant operator was monitoring the system at 8 a.m. Friday and noticed that someone briefly accessed it. He didn't find this unusual, but around 1:30 p.m. the same day, they noticed that someone was accessing the system again and had been running and opening multiple programs. This time, he said the operator watched as someone took control of the mouse, directed it to the software that controlled water treatment, worked inside it for 3 to 5 minutes, increased the amount of sodium hydroxide from 100 parts per million to 11,100 parts per million. The attacker left the system. The operator immediately changed the concentration back to 100 parts per million. Now, was this danger actually get into the water supply? Well, they're saying not. But it just goes to show you that nothing's safe. I don't trust a lot. I don't trust technology. I don't. We've been pushing and pushing for everything being automated. Everything needs to be automated. It's so convenient for everybody. Here, another hack. Now, being that it's a small town, was that more feasible for them to do that? Probably. I guess they figured it wouldn't be as monitored as easy, and they want to test things out. Sure. I mean, I'd pick a small town too if I wanted to do something. Scrolling through here. 22 watching, only 9 likes. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, this was not one of those scheduled at all. I just happened to wake up, and that's why I'm still scatterbrained. Let me get my chat up here, guys. I'll do it easier with this phone. I mean, here's another example of cyber hacks. Okay, when I did the story about the grid down and that they did the cyber hack and stuff, I hear from other people, oh, they have safeguards for this, they have safeguards for that. They don't have safeguards against cyber hacks. When they're able to beat off a bunch of stuff, they're not able to get it all. Like, yeah, commercial. Good times. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the chat up so I can actually be more involved here. So sorry about that. Let me get the name of the town fixed though. It's Oldsmar, not Oldsman. All right. But yeah, I was asleep and then I saw that news. Okay, I got my chat up now finally. Every system is vulnerable. Thomas, yes, every system is vulnerable. Any electronic stuff, anything that's hooked up to grid and stuff like that, it can be hacked. We've seen cryptocurrency get hacked. Bitcoin's been hacked. So we've even seen where people lost Bitcoins that were hacked. Robinhood, all right, the traders app I've used Robinhood in the past. I don't use stock anymore, but I used it in the past. That got hacked. All that stuff gets hacked. I don't know why our country, well, everybody around the world wants to go everything wireless, digital and all that stuff. Why? It's not secure. Just like having money in the bank and stuff. I don't want all my money in the bank that's all ones and zeros. There's not money in there. I mean, they have a certain amount of money, but not all those accounts. That's not all money in there. It will, real quick to wipe out that type of information. So anyway, I guess they kind of like voting machines. You got a point there. So yeah, I mean, water purification though, we push on water filters. Water filters won't do any good against that. Sawyer minis and life straws, they wouldn't filter that out. Could a big Berkey filter that out? I think so, because a big Berkey actually does a very good job on heavy metals and chemicals and pesticide. So I'm sure a big Berkey filter would have filtered out this water. But I think the best thing to do with that, have water on hand. And trust me, I know having water stored is a pain in the butt. It takes up a lot of room. It weighs a lot. We showed videos in the past where we store water and stuff. We store water right now. We don't have the best environment as far as our living situation for storing water. So we just put them in 2-liter bottles, 3-liter bottles, and we just put them in a 5-gallon bucket and put it in the ground. Guess what? It's perfectly fine. That water has been already treated by the treatment plants. Oh no, I'm sorry. Our water here is well water. We have to actually we have to put bleach in that water. We can't just store that. That's well water. The water from treatment plants do have chlorine and stuff already in that water. As long as it's sealed up and out of direct sunlight, you won't have algae grow in it. Just flush it out every now and then. So yeah, water is definitely a good thing to have on hand. Anyway, guys, just want to get that little bit of information out. I will definitely get that article. I'll get that article on this somehow. Let me get it on the chat here. I can link it in. Let me find it. Okay, let's use this one. This is the Miami Herald. I'll go ahead and put this one up here for you. And after the video, I will also link it into the description. So let's see here. That link is to the Miami Herald. Tennessee Tactical, I've been at this all day. You've been at what all day? I just now heard about this. So that's been like 4 or 5 hours. The article. I did not know that you already reported on this. WV, a practice run. Yeah, I think so. That's why they target a smaller area, just to see what they can do with the system and stuff like that. Yeah, so from what I follow, following streams, okay. Late night or early morning? Early morning. I was actually asleep. I just happened to check my newsfeed. Many people do not have apps for their solar panels to see how much energy they put into the system, or to see how much energy they get from the sun. Oh, many people do have apps. Yeah, I don't have apps on mine. I have a shunt with a digital meter, so I can actually read mine. I don't really put much stock in apps, because if systems go down, those apps ain't gonna work. So I don't ever put a lot of stuff in the apps. Bad guys could draw conclusions if you are at home or not. Anarchy Television, how's it going? Let's see here. So yeah, that was a mess up on the title, but it is, as soon as I pull up the article again, is Oldsmar's water supply. And so that was 17 miles outside of Tampa. Was it Tampa Bay area? Oh, let me find the directions to it again. But they're saying, they're actually quoting, at no time was there a significant adverse effect on the water being treated. Importantly, the public was never in danger. But there was 5 hours that the system was wonky, that someone had access to that system. But if they're saying that they caught it and no one got sick off of it, hey, that's good. I'm glad they caught it. Okay, so protocols that we have in place, monitoring protocols, they work. That's the good news, said Oldsmar Mayor Eric, whatever his last name is. Even had they not caught them, the redundancy in the system would have caught the change in the pH level. I don't believe that one bit. I don't believe that there's redundancy on the system. I believe if that individual, that operator, was not there at that computer to readjust that after it changed, I don't think they would have had a system reset itself and all that crap. I don't believe that. They had the hack. I mean, they're in the system. Now, Senator Marco Rubio addressed the attack Monday, saying it should be treated as a matter of national security. All right, guys, so I keep on forgetting. My days are so mixed up. This was on Friday, so this is Monday. Well, it's Tuesday morning now. Yeah, I'm just burnt out. I've been doing way too many videos. So this is older news as far as Friday. All right, so there was a similar attack in 2007. Water in the town of Massachusetts was accidentally treated with too much lye, but that was a employee mess up. That wasn't a hack. This was a cyber hack. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you on here too long. I just wanted to get that information out. To be honest, I thought it was Saturday morning. That's how tired I am. I got to take some time off. I will be over there at the Ann Lynn show Wednesday morning. I think it's 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Eastern in the AM. So I'll be over there Wednesday morning. I think today's Tuesday. I quit drinking. Maybe I need to start. I just need to start getting some sleep. Is what I need to get. All right. Pull up the chat. Let's see here. This is the third time I've seen you on today. Yeah, I was over there at Dangerous Freedoms live stream. Then we had our premiere, and then I laid down and I woke up with this. Correction, not you, C.F.P. I must have missed something here. But yeah, I'm tired too. WV, all lies. Practice run to hit big water plant cities are in trouble. I think so, WV. I think it was just a practice run. That's why they picked a small 15,000 population city to test out the system. Now, if they got in, are all municipal water systems here in the state of Florida hooked up to the same type of program? I'd have to look into it. It wouldn't surprise me if they all use the same software, same firewall, because it's all Florida. But I don't know for sure. Sweet savory words. This is where we are really vulnerable. Yeah. Lisa, I'm still confused how to hook my well pump to solar backup. Well, that depends on what type of power supply your well pump needs. Okay, if you are on 220 3-phase well pump, it's going to be a lot of solar energy, solar batteries to create that type of power. Like the well pump that's here on this property is regular 120, 110, 120. And we can actually either fire up the generator and power it, or we can hook up our inverter because we got that large inverter and we can run it that way. Get some rest. Yeah, I need to. I need to go lay down. They can hack anything that's hooked up to a computer internet. Yep, absolutely. It's Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. I'm way off of my stuff. I was asleep, and I just happened to get up and saw that, so I figured I'd let y'all know how long to flesh out the lie. Well, Melody, they said that they caught it in time, so I'm guessing there was no threat. They're saying there was no threat as far as anything being contaminated in the water. They were able to change the levels back after the hacker changed the levels. So supposedly everything's okay. But the fact is, hackers got access to everything. Remember back 2010 was in the nuclear power plant. I do not remember that. I would definitely take a look at it though. Have 40 cases of 4-gallon boxes of water. It just isn't enough. Yeah, water takes up a lot of room. You know, rule of thumb is a gallon of drinking water per person in a survival situation. That's just to keep your internal organs running properly. You have to have water to run that internal organs. Now it just depends on where you live at is how much water you're really gonna be drinking. Um, but you really need more water than that just for cooking, washing, sanitation. Um, taking, you do need to wash body odor and stuff like that off of you too. I mean, you got to take a shower eventually. It actually is more than just a gallon, but the reason I say a gallon, that's just enough to keep your organs properly working. That's why they always do that one. A test run? I think so. Sweet tea, definitely do appreciate that. Never required, and we definitely do appreciate that. Thanks, C.F.P, for watching out for us all. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know a lot of stuff. I just know some things. But yeah, I wanted to get this information out. I do have some friends there in the Tampa area, but I didn't hear nothing from them about this. But this is the first time I've seen anything on it. I mean, maybe somebody else had seen it and ran the story. I don't know, but I just now heard about it. Yeah, don't pour water off your canned vegetables. Oh, and definitely not sweet savory words. That actually kept me hydrated when I was walking outside of I was walking outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and walking back to Rock Springs, Wyoming when I was on the freight trains. I had the train break down, and I was stuck out there. And all the water that was near the train tracks was salty because freight trains, they use salt and sand. They have system hooks up so they can salt and sand the tracks so they can move. And all that water was salty, so I did have canned goods in my backpack, and yeah, there's fresh water. I mean, granted, the water tastes like green bean or corn, but it was still water going in. I know a lot of nothing, but a little of everything. Anarchy Television, I feel the same way. I do. I sent a link to your Discord channel. Okay, I would definitely check that out. I don't drink a gallon of water now. I can't imagine that I would in SHTF. Well, depends, WB. I mean, if you figure in coffee, um, sodas, anything like that, water adds up pretty quick. I mean, I know that I do. And when me and my wife went camping out in Leesburg, we were out there for nearly 2 months. That extended camp trip we did, we were going through about 7 gallons a day between me and her. And plus it was near summertime in Central Florida. It was pretty hot. But yeah, that was cooking, drinking water, and that wasn't even counting in our showers. So yeah, we were going through 3.5 gallons a piece. Gallon a day if you count washing your hands. Tampa Bay area, the site of Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, this was Oldsmar. It's 17 miles out of the Tampa area, so Use water from canned vegetables used to make potatoes, oatmeal, whatever you cook that needs water. I just got my first paper plates and bowl and jerky, more too, and 100 pounds of flour. Yeah, we did stock up on a lot with paper plates and the plastic forks and stuff like that, just to save on having to wash dishes and stuff. It made it a lot easier. Now, we wound up producing a lot more trash than usual, but we did do that. I mean, I guess SHTF, you can just burn your paper plates and stuff in your campfire or whatever. Um, but yeah, paper plates is definitely a good idea. Save you on water. I know I need a ton for my birds. We have 150 combo of chickens, turkeys, and quail. All right. Yeah, definitely. Your animals definitely drink a lot of water. All right, guys. So anyway, I don't want to keep everybody up. That was just real quick. Actually, turned out longer than I thought it was going to be. So anyway, guys, we'll talk to y'all later. Just something to be looking at. Doesn't mean to be scared about anything. We just look at situations, and here, the water facility, drinking water, was hacked. They were able to go in, take control of the program, and change these settings that, if it wasn't correct, it would have poisoned roughly 15,000 people. There's a population of 15,000 people. So yeah, it would have poisoned those people. Luckily, though, they were able to stop it. So that's a good thing. And this battery is about dead. I didn't never charge it. This other phone. So keep water. We've shown storing food underground. You can do the same thing with water. Put it in 5 gallon buckets. You know what? You could actually do it with just the 2 liter bottles and put them in the ground. But I like putting things in 5 gallon buckets. They don't move around as much. Stuff does move around underground. Believe it or not, leave it underneath the ground long enough, it will move. It just the earth is always moving. It won't move 20 yards or anything, but you will see if you had it standing straight up, it'll be leaning or whatever. It moves. That could be from compression from soil and everything else. Things do move, so put things underneath the ground. I do recommend water. If you got it above ground, as long as you've got it covered and direct sunlight's not getting to it, you shouldn't have too much problem. Again, if it's well water, it means it's not treated. So you do need to use some bleach to treat that water. If it's city water, it is treated. Just keep it out of the sunlight. You can actually store water in barns and stuff like that as long as it's sealed up. I mean, if it has a flat taste to it, just oxygenate it. Pour it in one container and pour it into the other container. Just keep on going back and forth, and it reoxygenates the water. That's one of the little tricks you can do with camp water. When you're boiling water, it always has that acidic taste to it from the campfire. Just mix it around, real smoky flavor. Just pour it into different containers. Keep doing that. It oxygenates it, and it doesn't have that harsh smoke bite to it. So same process. Let's see here. Oh, I'm way behind. All right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and get in a shower with that lie. Well, supposedly everything's fine with that problem, except the fact is they were able to hack it. We're gonna see a lot more hacks. The way they keep pushing all this stuff in technology, it's like they're waiting for failure. It's like they want this stuff to happen. There's not enough safeguards, and they just keep pushing for this technology to be used. All this digital hookup on everything. It doesn't make any sense unless there's a plan all along. I know. Get my tinfoil head out. Yeah. All right, guys. Speak to y'all later. Y'all take care.